Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Yosha and I'm your go-to girl for all things real. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a Q&A, and the questions that I'm answering were submitted by my followers on Instagram and my subscribers, viewers on YouTube. So before I get started, I just want to say thank you so much for all of you that submitted questions. You know, you can't do a Q&A if your followers don't participate. So I genuinely appreciate all of you that submitted a question. Some of y'all submitted more than one question. So thank you very much. If you guys like this video, please let me know. And if you didn't get an opportunity to ask me a question, feel free to drop it in the comment section of this video. If you are visiting this channel for the first time, hi, welcome. I hope that you decide to subscribe and stay tuned. About me, I am a mom, a wife, a content creator, and I also work full time. And I'm here to give advice that helps others, okay? On this channel, you will find reviews, you will find lifestyle content, and you will find plus size fashion and real talk. That's pretty much how I sum myself up. I don't have just one niche. I do a little bit of everything, and I'm extremely active with my viewers. I go live. It's good vibes. We have a good time, and I'm here for you guys. So please do subscribe, share my channel with your friends, and if you are a small YouTuber and you are looking for some help with your channel, I am now offering coaching services as well as advice sessions. So if you need some advice about your relationship or your friendship, hit me up, send me an email, and we can talk. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the Q&A. I am going to start with the questions that were asked on YouTube first, since, you know, this is my YouTube channel. I have some little notes in my book down here. So the first question is from my friend Cassandra Olivia. She does have a YouTube channel of her own. We did collab. She actually helped me with my big chop, not so big chop. And she asked, how many children do you want to have? Are you having more? For those of y'all who don't know, I have a 5-year-old. His name is Josiah, and he's my only child. I would like to have at least 2 children, no more than 3 children. I'm okay with having 2 boys. I'm okay with having 3 boys. I'm okay with having 2 boys and a girl. It really doesn't matter to me. I could see myself stopping if I had a little girl with my next pregnancy, because I would have a boy and a girl. But my first child is from my previous relationship and not my marriage with my husband. So I understand, like, if my husband were to have a girl with me and then say, babe, I still want to try for a boy, I wouldn't be like completely opposed to it. But at this time, y'all, I am really just trying to make sure that I'm giving my son and my husband the best version of myself, and that things are in a row. One thing about having a child young is that you kind of learn what not to do the next time. Like, I don't care what anybody says. That first child is always a guinea pig. It's always the child that has to go through the trials and the tribulations because you're learning motherhood for the first time. And Josiah is no different. You know, I was 22. I wasn't married. I was in college when I got pregnant. All of this is on my channel and videos, by the way. Check them out after you watch this. And I'm just so much older and wiser now. So definitely would want to prepare a little bit better the next time around and just have a better off experience. Also, I'm still trying to get snatched. So I would love to lose some weight first, because it's nothing fun about being pre-diabetic and pregnant. You can get pregnancy diabetes. You could be on bed rest. It's just a lot. The other question that she asked is, do I have a posting schedule? And she is referring to YouTube with that question. Before, I would say spring of 2021, I used to kind of put in my head, okay, I'm gonna post on Mondays and Tuesdays and some Wednesdays around 6 o'clock Eastern time, and then my live sessions are gonna be on Wednesdays and Sundays. So that was kind of my unofficial posting schedule. But after like reviewing my analytics and getting to understand when my viewers were online, I realized that I can't always go by that posting schedule. So currently I have some content that I've scheduled in advance, typically on Mondays and Tuesdays, but there are times where things are trending or things happen to me in real time and I'll post it immediately. Like I will film the video, I will edit it on my phone real quick, and I will upload it within the next few hours, because if I wait until my posting schedule, it won't be relevant anymore. And for those of y'all who are watching, you're smaller YouTubers, you're trying to figure out how to pop on your channel, I highly recommend that you look at what type of content you're creating to determine if you need a posting schedule or not. So this question is from Autumn, and she was here on YouTube. She asked, are you planning a sibling for Josiah? So this kind of goes along with what Cassandra said or asked me, but yes, I am in the future planning a sibling for Josiah, but for now I'm not in the in the space to plan for a baby with my husband. I would love another baby, and I want to make sure that he or she is set up for success. So I am currently 27. I will be 28 on May 13th, and I am totally okay with having that next baby in my 30s. At first, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to have my kids close together, but the way that life happened for me and the way that things were going in the beginning of my marriage, it was not the right time to have a baby. Just because Josiah was 3 didn't mean, okay, let's get to it, let's have a baby so they can be 3 years apart and they can be in school together. Like, as much as I wanted that, I wanted to make sure that the timing is right. Now, if I have 3 kids, I'm pretty sure that the last 2 will be much closer together. But Josiah, for now, he's just loving only child life. He's very much spoiled by his family, and he has only child syndrome. So I tell him enjoy it, because it may change in the future. But for now, we're just enjoying our one, and you know, who knows what the future may hold. This next question is from Alicia's Adventures. Shout out to my friend. Hey girl, check out her channel. Check out all these ladies' channels, okay? If they have a YouTube channel, I probably plopped it up on the screen for you. But Alicia, she does like adulting content, side hustles, and travel, so check her out. She asked, Yosha, do you want to be an influencer? The answer is yes. I would love to be a full-time influencer. For now, I consider myself a part-time YouTuber and content creator. So I work full-time and I influence in my spare time. She said, how do you balance your obligations with your life? Honestly, when I realized that I really was loving what I was doing on the side, I started to just make more time for it. So whenever I'm not at work, I'm spending time on YouTube. Whenever I am in my free time, I'm figuring out how or what I'm doing next with YouTube. My Instagram has become my account where I mostly talk about YouTube. Although on Instagram, I also do my fitness journey updates and some life things as well. I have a TikTok now, and I have a mixture of Atlanta things to do and real talk and advice and YouTube promotions on there. But I love, like, TikTok has just made me spoiled, because you can pretty much put whatever you want and you attract people by just being yourself. It doesn't have to be like this perfect video with all this SEO and things like that. It's much easier to pop over there. So basically, I just make time for it, and I've gotten more into researching ways to reach more people, because you can't grow if you only stay where you are, right? So you can have 5,000 subscribers, you can have 8,000 subscribers, which is about where I'm at right now. But the thing is, if only 10% of that audience is watching you, or even less, that's not going to get you as much. So you have to consistently put time into research, applying different things, trying different things, understanding the trends. It's a lot of work, and it ain't for the weak, and it ain't for the ones with excuses. So I make time for it. I treat YouTube like it's a part-time job. YouTube is starting to make me money. Literally, I've been getting paid every month. So grateful. If you've been following me for a while and you've watched my content about this, you know. If you're a small YouTuber that's monetized, you know it can be inconsistent. You can get a check and then you cannot see a check for 6 months. It all depends on your views, how much work you're putting in and if people are actually staying on your channel. So I am an older creator, not by age, but by how long my channel has been around. And things were very different when I created my account and even when I got monetized to now. You really have to work for it and want this and be somebody's go-to person for something to do well here. Whether you're the go-to person to make me laugh, you're the go-to person to get me together, you're the go-to person for the tea, you're the go-to person for the beauty and the fashion. Like, you have to be the go-to person. You have to be somebody's role model, somebody that somebody cares about to do well in this space. And once you figure out what that thing is or what those things are, you can really pop and you can be big with YouTube. So yeah, I would love to be an influencer. I would love to be a full-time content creator because it's something that I enjoy doing, and I've already made impact with my little following, and I just know that it'll continue to get better. This question is from Gael. Hey girl. And she's also on YouTube, so check her channel out. She says, how do you know who's the one in your life, like the significant one? It really just depends on you and what you're looking for, and it also depends on the person. Like, there really is no cookie cutter answer for this one, but I knew that my husband was the one for me back then because it just felt different. And if you've been in a relationship with somebody toxic, you get out of that toxic relationship, you go into the single life, and you dating men that are just kind of playing games. They don't know what they want. They want to call you one day, text you, and blow your phone up. Then they want to go ghost you. Then they want to pop up again 6 months later like, what's up, friend? Hey, stranger. Hey, big head. Like, you can really feel the difference between somebody that's serious about you and somebody that's playing games. And once you get to understand the difference, you just know it's different. For me, and I have the story on my channel, so I'm going to pop a little insert, a little screenshot. Y'all go check that one out if you really want to know. But it was just different with him. When we met, we sat there and talked at this party pretty much all night. We didn't exchange numbers immediately, but I slid in his DM because we followed each other on social media. I made him subscribe to my YouTube channel and everything. And I just was like, what did I say? I shot my shot, kind of. But we were talking about his hair because he used to have, like, my husband has locks, but before he had, like, a little fro, right? So he was on his Instagram story talking about he needed some conditioner in his hair or something. I said, well, did you ever get somebody to grease your scalp or something? And we started talking via DM from me asking him that. And then he asked for my number. And then we started texting. And once he got my phone number, I never not heard from him again. Like, he literally was so consistent. If we were talking and we fell asleep, guess what? He would pick the conversation up the next day. And it was just a different energy than any other guy that I ever talked to, or any other guy or ex that I had from college that I didn't fall out with, that would just kind of use me at their convenience, or would leave me on red, or would just kind of want to have sex with me but not be serious. It was just very different energy. Like, I've dated guys before or talked to guys before getting married, and they would be very fluffy. Hey, beautiful. Hey, gorgeous. Hey, cutie. What you doing? I want to take you out sometime, but it would never happen. There was no initiative to start a deep discussion, but it was all initiative to flirt and try to figure out what my favorite position was, if you know what I'm saying. So those were indicators early on that he would be someone that I could settle down with, but ultimately it just felt good at the time. I mean, we've had our ups and downs. Our first year of marriage definitely was a challenge. The second year was a challenge. But overall, I do feel like you just kind of know if someone is right for you or not. All right, y'all, so let's move over to the Instagram questions. Now, my Instagram followers, a lot of y'all know me personally, and a lot of y'all did not tune in. So don't get mad when I start unfollowing people that I went to school with, people that know me in real life, and y'all don't support nothing. And then every time a milestone comes, oh yeah, hey sis, girl. That's a topic for another video. The first question is from Carmen, and it says, how do you deal with a crazy codependent grandmother who is too dependent on their son. How do you deal with them and the baby daddy? Girl, this is a dedicated upload right here because I could talk about this for hours. I don't have a toxic relationship with, you know, my son's family or anything like that, but I have had a little back and forth over the years before we got more mature. Nothing too crazy though, because it never got to that point. But I will just say this. You got to take your emotions out of it, and you have to do what's best for your child. Your son's dad is not going to check his mother. Most men are not going to check their mother. And if y'all are not together, then he's definitely not going to check his mom for you, or possibly not even for y'all baby. But what you can do is just let him know, like, hey, her behaviors have been kind of unacceptable and I don't feel comfortable. And I know that she wants to be able to see her grandson. So it's very important that she figure out if she want to act crazy and be over there, or if she wants to act normal and put on her I got some sense hat and be over here. But for me, because this is my son and I got to protect mine, we can't do the crazy and the parenting together, because that doesn't work. And just go from there. And I don't know if it's best for you to have it with his mom if y'all haven't really had a good foundation and she don't like you. But she'll listen to her son. If her son stands up to her and says, hey, you know, I don't really like this drama between you and my son's mother. Like, can y'all just cut it out so we can be cordial? Sometimes people gaslight and they'll put it on you, but you got to put those feelings aside and do what's best for the baby. And the baby will definitely appreciate that love from grandma, okay? And you will appreciate that break if she and you get along, because that means she'll want to spend time with him. And as y'all build that rapport, you can get a break because she can help you with the baby and you can do your own thing. But that's neither here nor there. My advice is just to work directly with your baby daddy, because at the end of the day, it's really not up to nobody except the two of you to be there and to be present in that baby's life. So the toxic parents, the toxic grandparents, the toxic girlfriend that might come around, like, all that's irrelevant. At the end of the day, it is the parents' responsibility, and it took me some time to get there. But once you do, things just go much more smoothly. This next question is from Good Green Life on Instagram. She said, Des is amazing with Josiah. Did it come easy? Is your ex present in his life? So, yes, to the first question, Desmond is amazing with Josiah most of the time. You know, children can be trying, but he's very good with Josiah. It came naturally. Josiah and Des met when Josiah was like 1 year old. Josiah always gravitated towards him. And people used to always think that Josiah was Dez's child because Josiah had like a big fro with all this hair, and Desmond had the same hair. But it was just like the cutest thing. But we all knew, like, you know, we would always be like, no, we didn't even know each other when Josiah was born. Like, it's definitely my baby daddy's baby. Like, he looks like his dad and he looks like me, but he also looks like Des. And it's crazy because, you know, me and Des were not acquainted with each other when Josiah was born, so it's not possible. Don't try me, try your mama. But it comes easy. As far as me and his dad have come so far. I didn't want him to die or nothing like that, but I couldn't stand him, okay? And he probably couldn't stand me either. He probably felt like, you know, she crazy, she mean, she bitter. I felt like you ain't doing your job, you did me dirty, and I don't want nothing to do with you. But now it's just kind of like, you know, we are on the same page as far as parenting. I would hope we could get a little bit more consistent, but we are working to improve that. So I don't have anything really negative to say. Shout out to my baby daddy, because I recently filed for my passport, and I had to work with my baby daddy to get Josiah's passport. So I would say we do work together much better separate than we did when we were together, as far as us being friends and being able to parent Josiah. But we pretty much just keep it strictly about our kid, and that's it. And it's been more peaceful. This question is from Zoe. Zoe asked on Instagram, but Zoe also has YouTube, so be sure to check her out. These next few questions are going to actually come from her, so check it out. First one was, what is your dream career? What do you want to do to obtain it? So currently my dream career is full-time content creation with online consulting on the side. What am I doing to obtain it? I'm working at this in my free time. I am networking with people. I am launching my services. They are officially being launched. I'm looking into ways to make myself more marketable, increase my reach. At first, I thought my full-time goal career was to use my degree, which is in communications and media studies, and work for corporate America and hold a job that was relevant to my degree. Well, I obtained that. I obtained it. I was so grateful. I'm still very grateful for my full-time job. But upon getting in corporate America, I learned what it is. And for me, it made me realize that you put a lot of work and dedication into roles, and you are replaceable. You are replaceable. If you leave, they will have your requisition up the next day, the next week. When my sister passed away, there was a shift in me mentally as it pertained to like everything. And, you know, I am one that would not mind working a full-time position and also doing this at the same time. I know a lot of creators that do that, and I don't mind doing it. But ultimately, you're asking me down the line, my dream would be able to work for myself and create my own schedule, be able to be very present in my child's life whenever he needs me, be able to travel the world. I just got my passport after like 2 long years of wanting it and not having it. I want to be able to do what I want to do. And working for someone else does not allow you that opportunity. You can during your vacation. You can during your days off. I mean, if you're salaried, like I am currently, it requires more than what you think. There's pros and cons to both, and I'll probably do a separate video about that. But I think that it's good to be able to create the life that you want and live it. And that's not to say that I think working for yourself is easy, because I know it's not. It may require more work and money lost even before you get to where you want to get to. But once you get to a comfortable place, there is a lot of good things that come with that, as far as how you can make money, ways to diversify your money, ways to make passive income, ways to be there for other people. Like, that is really big to me, and I feel like I'm making such a great impact right now with my smaller following. I can only imagine where that would be if and when amplified. So yeah, I'm just working at it in my time, and I make this a priority. Someone said, what is the hardest part about being married? I'm going to link the video about that. I have like a couple videos about that. I'll link them in the description box because I could go on about that as well. There is no handbook, and things can change. And that's the hardest part for me about being married, because once you get over one rift, another rift may come. And sometimes the rifts have nothing to do with you and your partner. Sometimes it's just like, it could be your job, it could be family, it could be health things, it could just be different things. So it's like, you have to master your individualism while also being considerate of your family dynamic with your husband. And I think that's the challenge, as well as understanding that your partner can change and that they have the right to change. You're not the same person that you were when you were 18 now that you're 21. So you're not going to be the same person that you were when you initially got married 5 years later. Maybe even 2 years later. The things that you want can change with life, and you have to be able to adapt and mold and allow your person to be the person that they need to be for them, so that they can show up for you and because you want them to be happy. Zoe also asked, what would you tell your college self? Girl, okay, I got you. Maybe I should do a separate video. But anyway, here are a couple things. First, leave your baby daddy alone. He wasn't my baby daddy. Well, he was my baby daddy during senior year because I got pregnant senior year. But I would have told myself to stop getting back together with my son's dad, because that was such a distraction for me during college. It really altered my life. Like, I'm just being real. Again, no bad blood. Now, currently, no stress. You know, I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm just being real. I would have told my 19-year-old self, girl, you fine as hell. You smart. You going to school right now with the scholarships on deck. You not paying nothing out of pocket. Your refund is your money. You got this check from getting hit by this car. Leave him alone. If he keep on acting up, leave him where he's at. You have options, sis. Get your master's degree. Go and do that study abroad stuff. Girl, you got options. You don't have anything that you can't do right now. So the last thing you need to be doing is worried about some big head boy that keep playing games. That is what I would have told myself. But I would have even elaborated further, because I had other boyfriends besides my son's dad. We were on and off. So I had like 3 boyfriends during school. I stayed in a relationship. I think I was only single for like maybe 6-7 months. I don't know. But I would have said, stop trying to hop into serious relationships with every guy that you meet. Like, it's okay to be like curious, go on a date, see if you like them. And if you don't, keep going. Like, you don't have to settle and try to get married so quickly. You're young. Be that. That would be my advice. Because I spent a lot of my time like worried about my boyfriends. And for what? Like, looking back now, I'm like, girl, that was the time to be on this stuff. Like, put yourself first. Don't worry about the boys. That would have been my advice to myself. I'm trying to make sure I'm not answering anything that I've already answered, because a lot of y'all was asking me about marriage and if I want more kids. The other question that I have here is, how is your weight loss journey going? So weight loss is going. I mean, I'm still working out. I'm still trying to watch what I eat. I actually have a couple waist trainers that are coming, because I'm going to see if that helps with the midsection. My biggest problem area really is my stomach, and I'm trying not to go the surgery route, guys, but I ain't gonna lie, after having the rest of my kids, I do see a mommy makeover in my future to get rid of this belly. I had a C-section. Any woman that's watching this that's had a C-section know what I'm talking about. For some reason, the folks who cut your stomach give you this little flap after you have the C-section instead of tucking it back in like it was. Anyway, I'm trying to lose about 40 pounds before October. That is my new goal right now. I have been trying to be more mindful. My husband has gained weight as well, so we're both on a journey together, but just kind of doing our own things. He's really more of a lifter. I'm more of a cardio person, but I am going to start doing more. My booty, I've been able to squat more, dance better. I have more stamina because I do a lot of dancing, but I need some toning, so I will be doing more toning exercises. My weight has been pretty steady over the last 4 months. I'm not really seeing the progress that I'd like to see, but the journey is not over. If you would like to see another Q&A from me, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, share this video with your friends. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.